When I was in my mid to late 20s, I was the director of college ministries at my local church. I was feeling the pressure, though, that my leadership needed to grow, and I needed to deepen my own journey with Jesus. I needed to be led. I needed someone to spiritually lead me. Scott Crawford was the director of discipleship at Crawford at the time. I really felt like Scott had this connection with Jesus that I just admired. He seemed to always have a peace about him, and he had a spiritual intensity, but it wasn't intimidating. It was engaging, and I wanted that. I felt like if I could tap into some of that, that might actually give me what I needed in my leadership. So one day I knocked on his door, the door of his office, and I knew he was busy, just like I was, and so I was hoping that maybe we could just get together every now and then. And Scott was like, yeah, let's meet weekly. And I was really shocked because we were both really, really busy. One of our first meetings, he said, hey, I want you to block off about 2.5 hours. And so this one day we jumped in his car, and then he said, all right, tell me your story. And for 2 hours, Scott Crawford just listened. He just listened to me tell my story. I told of high moments, great opportunities that I had had growing up, but even some low moments. He listened to me. He didn't edit my story. He didn't try to correct the interpretation of my story. He just listened. And that moment was really important for me, and I think it was really important for our friendship, our mentoring relationship, because over the next couple of years, Scott was going to say some really tough things to me, things that no one had ever said to me before, things I needed to hear, but things that I really was not excited to hear at the time. And I'm sure there were some meetings that I left just angry. But I came back every Tuesday. Because no matter how mad he made me, no matter how many times I just wanted to scream, I knew he loved me and he wanted the best for me. And because he spent that 2 hours listening to me, I could never say the man doesn't understand me. I know that I'm better equipped to lead because of that time I spent with Scott Crawford. I think for anyone who wants to be a mentor, anyone who feels called to be a mentor, I know there's the part about being able to give advice, but I think the growing curve of anyone wanting to be a mentor is the ability to listen, the ability to honor someone's journey, the ability to know where they're coming from. Obviously, a mentor is going to speak into their life. A mentor is going to correct. A mentor is going to even look them in the face and say, bro, you're wrong. But I know Scott Crawford won the right to say those things to me because of that 2-hour meeting where he just listened to my story.